Hey there, how there, ho there. Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to the finals of both the men and the women's tournaments for week 27 of the Time Travel Tennis Grand Men and Grand Women Tour stuff. We have an interesting final. We have Mo Connolly versus Leslie Turner Bowery here in Zurich. Connolly, as you can see, Turner Bowery was there were a lot of unranked players. There was like Wacky Wednesday, where 10 of the 16 seeds all fell. You see the bracket? Yeah, you saw the Wacky Wednesday. 10 seeds. Everett, Bueno, Hingis, Chambers, Brow, Hennon, Venus, Wills, Moody, Tracy, and Langlon all fell. But Mo Connolly survives it all. She will face Leslie Turner Bowery, who they faced 3 times, so this will be kind of a rubber match. Connolly, number 5 in the rankings. Turner Bowery, number 23 in the rankings. Of course, this week, Margaret Smith Court and Martina Navratilova both booted because of their tour dominance. Martina is on a 5-week hiatus. This is week number 3. Smith Court won last week in Brighton, and she'll miss one tournament. She'll be back in time for Holland. Well, this is big because this will be the third straight week we have, and the 6th in the last 7, that we have a maiden champion, a tournament champion. As Venus won her first title at Salt Lake, Helen Wills Moody won in New Orleans, Louise Brow won in Fort Lauderdale, Martina won at Omaha, Bueno won at Stuttgart, and Smith Court won in Brighton. Whoever wins this, that's their first title. Mo Connolly won against Turner Bowery. This will be the 6th person she's faced head-to-head at least 3 times. Her matches against Turner Bowery. First one was the French Open quarterfinals, shockingly losing to her despite her being number 7 and Connolly being number 26. She got a revenge on Turner Bowery in Austria. But Mo Connolly, let's look at all her finals. San Diego, she lost to Martina. Germany, she lost to Everett. Indy, she lost to Lang Long. And that's it. So the first tournament since Indy in week number 15 that she's got to the finals. So this is her first final 12 weeks, her 4th overall. She beat Ann Jones, Simona Halep, Caroline Pliskova, and Billie Jean King. Only dropping 1 set, and that was to Pliskova. Turner Bowery. This is actually the first person she's faced 3 times. She's faced many people twice. Turner Bowery made the finals of the French Open after beating Mo Connolly. She beat Conavate, who came out of freaking nowhere to get to the semis, and lost to Christy Everett. That's been her only final. It was her first quarter final. This is only her second final. She had to qualify. She didn't get a seed, so she had to go through the qualifying round and beat Svitolina, then beat Venus, Mallory, Goulagon, and Davenport. So she's actually had to go longer.
Quiet, please. Turner Bowery to serve.
Bowery will
First
pull
game.
one out of a hat.
Play.
See. I'll play. Got it.
Deuce.
I'll play that deuce. So that's a set point for Connolly that she blew. And they're going slow.
Advantage. Turner Bowery.
I know. Here, clap.
Deuce.
The shots are like so slow.
Advantage. Connolly. Out. Game and first set. Connolly. 6 games to 3.
Well, Connolly wins the set. Second set. That number was random.
Out.
Go slower.
Six 4. Turner Bowery. Out. game and second set. Turner Bowery, 7 games to 6.
1 set all.
1 set all.
We're going to watch the third set. We might as well. Spectate.
Out! Love 15. Out. Love 30. 15-30. Thirty all. Thirty 40. Juice. Advantage. Turner Bowery. Game. Turner Bowery. First game. Final set. Love. 30 love. Out! 40 love. Game. Connolly. 1 game all. Final set. Love. 15 all. 30-15. Out. 40-15. Out. (40-30). Game. Turner Bowery. Turner Bowery leads 2 games to 1. Final set. Out. Love 15. Love 30. (15-30). Out. 30 all. (30-40). Out. Juice. Out. Advantage. Turner Bowery. Out. Deuce.
Out!
Advantage. Turner Bowery.
Not cold anymore.
Game. Turner Bowery. Turner Bowery leads 3 games to 1. Final set.
So Turner Brownlee. Did she win? Out!
40-15.
Out!
40-30.
Send it.
Deuce.
God.
Advantage. Connolly.
It's a 40 love triple match points.
Deuce. Advantage. Turner Bowery.
Out! Out!
Game, set and championship. Turner Bowery. 2 sets to 1. 3-6. 7-6. 6-3.
And Australia goes bonkers as Leslie Turner Bowery wins the tournament. Unreal. I thought Connolly had it, but Turner Bowery. I never thought you would see that. But she wins 3-6, 7-6, 6-3. 2 hours, 26 minutes. A big win for Turner Bowery to jump up in the standings. For Connolly, this is her 4th final, and she's been 0-4. Right. 4 or 5 aces, 40% first percentage. That's not good. Winners on first errors plus 18 for Connolly, 42 over 24. Turner Bowery 48-24. That's a plus 24. Right? Well, Leslie Turner Bowery is your champion. Unreal. Unfucking real. But yeah, Turner Bowery did it. Mo Connolly can't believe it. She survived that wacky Wednesday, and yet she doesn't win the tournament. Turner Bowery, what a job she did. So they go to Holland. There's no Turner Bowery, and there's no Martina. Turner Bowery moves up to number 19 in the standings, if you must know. So now there's no Martina and no Turner Bowery. Holland doesn't have any women, right? I don't think Holland does. Smith Court, well, good news for Smith Court, she'll be allowed to come back. Jesus, Austin Kleisters and Turner Bowery. I don't think there's any Dooch. Are there any Dooch, Jeffrey? Are there any Dooch? Dooch? Radish. I got you. Kate Bowman. I think, oh, Kiki Burdens. Wow, Bowman. Yeah, there was a Betty Stove, but she didn't qualify. No, she didn't. Push called Holland. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, no, no. Holland. No, yes, no, yes, yes, yes. Carwinkle Sperling. So yes, yes, yes. Phil Jones, no. Osborne DuPont says no. Alfina Gibson said no. Lots of people said no. Bowman and Burdens will get in for the Dutch. So Bowman and Burdens are in the same group. Bowman has to face Louis Brawl, while Burdens will face Steffi Graf. So in Hilversum, I don't know much about it. But Chris Everett, the 1 seed, she'll face Billie Jean her first matchup and face the winner of Austin Hingis. Margaret Swift Court comes back. She's the 2 seed. She'll face Pauline Betts, and she'll face either Serena or Henning. Connolly drops to the 4 seed with Smith Court coming back. She'll face Davenport, and the winner of that faces Arani or Sharapova. So I feel so bad for Will Connolly. Now let's look at the statistics. Wins, well, if our Turner Browery's our 16th winner. She is our 16th winner of a tour event. Evan Navratilova have won 6. Graf's won 2. Everyone else has won 1. Lots of them. Runners up, Connolly's got 4 runner-up finishes without a title. Langon's been runner-up 5 times, but at least she has 1 win. The only other ladies who are 0-2 or worse, Pauline Betts and Dorothea Chambers in finals. Semifinals, Mola Mallory has dropped 6 of them. She's only been to 1 final. Monica Seles has been to 4 semifinals and has yet to be in the top 2. Quarterfinal losses, that's Margaret Swift Court's job 10 times. Winning percentage is Navratilova, Everett, and Langlois. Condivate's 4th. My Condivate barely plays, so, All right, whatever. Okay, so we got the Grand Ladies Tour done. Now we're on to the boys. In lovely Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And this is your final, Rod Laver versus Don Budge. So this should be very interesting. 2 of the top 3 men in the world are facing each other. It was basically nip and tuck. All 8 quarterfinalists were seeds. Varenka, Henman, Vines, Edberg, Renshaw, Wielander all went down in a heap. At least making it to the round of 16, but they didn't finish the job. So let's see what happens. Laver, Budge. Laver's won 3 titles. Budge is yet to put one up, but Budge does have a 2 out of 3 advantage on Laver. Laver 1 and 2 against Budge. This is the 4th guy he's faced 4 times. Bjorn Borg, Jimmy Connerton, Kei Nishikori. He's 3-1 against. So he'll have the lowest winning percentage against this guy no matter what. So let's look at Budge. He beat Don Budge semifinals of Monte Carlo, but fell to Rafa. So that was his win. He lost to Don Budge in the semis in Las Vegas, and I think Budge. Who did Budge lose to? I think it was Sheriff. And then in week 18, French Open quarterfinals, he was number 1, but lost to Budge in 4 sets. Anyway, Laver history titles. He won week 2 in Memphis, beat Murray, Lacoste, Agassi, Sampras, and Connors. 1 week off, and then jumped Brussels. He beat Cochet, Nishikori, Chilich, Borg, and Edberg. 2 weeks off, guaranteed, and then came back and almost took Monte Carlo, but he didn't. He won in Hamburg, beating Chilich, Nabandi, Nastasi, Borg, and Lendo. He was number 2 at one time. He's still technically number 2. Nadal's still number 1. This week in Montreal, he took down Nishikori, Wawrinka, Poncho, and Tilden, dropping 2 sets along the way. In the meantime, Don Budge, the 3 seed, 2-1 against Laver. Head-to-head, this is the 5th guy he's faced at least 4 times. If he beats Laver, he'll tie Emerson for the guy. He's the best winning percentage against the guy Emerson, 3-1. So yeah, he lost to Laver in the semis of Monte Carlo. He beat Laver in the semifinals, but lost to Lacoste in the final. It wasn't Sheriff, it was Lacoste. And then in the French Open, after Laver, he lost to Sheriff. That's where I thought so. Budge has not won a title. He lost in La Quinta to Sampras, Las Vegas to Lacoste, and 2 weeks ago in Indy, he lost to Borg. He lost in the quarters to Tilden. Then this week in Montreal, he's beaten Del Potro, Wielander, Sampras, and Zverev. Zverev's the only guy to take a set off this guy.
Quiet, please. Budge
And some
to
say that
serve.
Don Budge
First
should
game.
be it.
Play.
He won't budge. He's got to take this title. If Laver wins, he's off for 3 weeks, which means he doesn't play in Cincy, Sicily, or Geneva. He will play the U.S. Open because the U.S. Open, everyone plays. It's automatic. If Budge wins, he loses Cincy, but who the fuck cares? That's all to play. Soon, my boy. Soon.
Out.
Out.
15 love.
Soon, my boy. Get across. Nice winner.
Deuce.
Ooh.
Advantage.
Have a tiebreak.
Laver. Out. Out.
We do.
Game. Laver. 6 games all.
Budge had a
First
chance
set.
to
Tiebreak.
Yeah, Budge had a set. Let's spectate the tiebreak. Hmm.
1-0. Laver. 1-all. 2-1. Budge. Out. 2-all. 3-2. Budge. 3-all. 4-3. Laver. 5-3. Laver. 6-3. Laver. 6-4. Laver. Game and first set. Laver. 7 games to 6.
Well, first set to Laver, so trying to prove why he's number one in the same. Well, Nadal probably would beat him, but you know the rule. With Nadal being out so many weeks because of his dominance.
15 love.
And also Bjorn Borg. Yeah, so Borg will be back next week.
Deuce. Out. Advantage. Budge.
Trying to stay calm.
Game.
Yes,
Budge. 5 games all. Second set.
Laver had a set point under his belt. Remember, in the men's game, they play best of 5 in the finals. And
out.
It's not cold anymore. He wins the
Game
title.
and second set. Laver. 7 games to 6. Leads by 2 sets to love.
Well, let's see if Laver can hold on this time.
Game,
He
set,
sure does.
and championship. Laver. 3 sets
Rod
to love.
Laver is the best.
7-6. 7-6. 6-2.
Well, that's why he's the best. Laver, that is his 4th title, first since Berlin. I'm surprised that Laver hasn't won more tournaments, but yeah, that's his 4th tour win. That's right, 2, 3, 4. That's right. He'll be back in Barcelona. So he misses Cincy. He's got to play the US Open guaranteed because it's a major. Then Sicily he'll miss, and then Geneva and Barcelona. Oh yeah, that's right. In Barcelona he misses, so he'll come back to South Africa. And Nadal comes back to South Africa at the same time. So Laver wins Setsi 7-6, 7-6, 6-2. That's why he's the man. Well, 15 aces to Budge's 8. Lots of double faults from Budge. He had 5. Winners 53 over 34 for Laver plus 19, plus 11 for Budge, 41 over 30. So that helps you out. And Rod Laver, dominant. Nadal probably would have been dominant if he was allowed to play, but you know the rule. So Laver does his job against Budge. Well, he proved himself. Well, it does boot him for a few weeks. So let's just take a look. Let's just create the Cincinnati Open. And remember, no Laver and no Nadal. Borg is allowed to come back. So Federer technically is the number 1 seed. And And there will, yeah. So no Laver, no Nadal at the same time. That's crazy. Or up. Okay, all the American chicks with the crimson. Let's go Cleveland Rock. Cincy rocks. Yeah, right. If you're a Cleveland fan, you feel Cincy. Well, it starts with an F. Let's just say that much. So all the Americans qualify because, after all, this is an American tournament. So we'll probably be a lot of Americans qualifying through weird qualification shit. Okay. A Murray team top 30 move on. The Cincy now we got Nastasi says he'll play. Perry says no. Manny says no. Davidenko said yes. Oh, yes. Cincy, yes. No. Yes. No. No. Yes. Yes. Yep. 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 Cincy. Yep. No. 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 Oh. Yep. Yep. No. Yep. Yep. No. Yep. 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 No. Oh man, a lot of people are saying no. And Yvonne Petra. So Chapo says yes. So Chapo is a yay. 64 guys, straight battle. So Chapo will face Bobby Riggs. So the one seed is Federer. He'll face Newcomb. Bob Bryan will face Richard Sears in the other matchup. Man, one of those guys will move on. So that's what we got. Yeah, we started Wednesday. Okay, so we got that. Federer Newcomb. The two seed will be Budge. He'll face Petra. Petra, boy. With Felix versus Gaudio being the matchup, yeah, Ivan Petra was the last guy picked. And all that. The three seed, well, yeah, well, Murray is facing Nishikori, who's in the group of Chapo and Riggs. There's no Nadal. Djokovic is number 4? Where's Djokovic? There he is, number 6 against Chilich. He'll face Buchholz or Wielander. So, yeah, it's going to be well said and sung. We are going to commence coverage on Wednesday, so we will simulate the first round, the round 64 off screen to see if there's any upsets and all that. So yeah, we'll talk more tennis tomorrow on Wednesday. I'm Jeff Diamond.